Hi, it's Kristena, and welcome to the Easter Workshop. Every year I release this, and I hear back from so many people how wonderful this sort of slowing down, meditative, artistic practice sort of works into us in the Easter mood. And so many of us are busy, there's so much going on. But if we take the time to get a piece of paper, get some pastels or watercolor, and just think about, let everything go, and just think about our relationship to the Christ being. It is an absolutely centering, one-pointed focus. Suddenly we realize so much of our life is extraneous, so much of our life is spent in doing this and that, but our core practice, whatever our belief is. Now, if you are a practicing Buddhist, you could do Buddha, but this is Easter, and this is a Christ icon. Christ as a healing icon. So where does the healing come from? It comes from your participation in looking at an image and letting the image resound within your being, looking back at the image looking back at you, and it's this breathing process. Everyone knows this call and response of the artist dropping into the work and the work dropping into the artist, and it's a journey. So a short little practice of drawing the face of Christ, it's, you know, within an hour you have a drawing, but that really isn't the intent behind Christ as a healing icon. This is really a conversation, a dialogue that most of us have all the time in our heads and our hearts. And it's always sort of going on in the background, our conversation with God, our conversation with whatever we call that. So I'm going to just say the Christ being. And I'm talking all the time to him. I'm treating him as a friend. And so many people have many different relationships to this being. And that's a class just by itself, which would be absolutely fun. But this is just a meditative practice. I show you how to draw the face. So don't worry, your face can look whatever it looks like. It is really not about the art. It's about what happens within your heart and your soul as you work in this image, this back and forth in the image. So welcome. I hope you enjoy it. Please send me your images. It's always so exciting, and you can see other people's work online. And don't get, you know, these are professional artists who took this class. There was 3 of them who had the courage to show their work. And so that's under Christ as a Healing Icon, the class online will show you what their work was. But this work can be done all year long. This isn't just an Easter mood. This is something that you can do as a practice. Now, once a week, once a month, once a year. This is something you can do as a practice, as a rhythm. So I hope you enjoy the artistic drop into a meditative mood of Christ as a healing icon. And I hope through this artwork, you reconnect at a deeper level with this Christ being, however your relationship is, to reconnect that dialogue. So happy Easter. Thanks.